Well, first of all, how long have you been coach here at Andrews High School?
This will be year 13.
13. And for the most part, you've had winning seasons.
Yeah, we 11 of the first 12 we've had a winning record. 2021.
Well, 2021 was an anomaly because of COVID.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, throw that one out because of COVID. I mean, it's been great for you.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. We've had a lot of good players and good assistant coaches.
Last year, 6-5. The year before that, 8-4. Then you were 9-3 before that. I mean, that's a lot of wins here in Georgetown County.
Yeah, we've been fortunate. Like I said, had a lot of good players. Last year we unfortunately had some very untimely injuries. Just were thin at spots, and had seven concussions last year, and I don't think we were ever full strength after really the first game. Mm-hmm. We were just kind of beat up from then on and never recovered really. Lost a couple of close, one possession game. Well, actually, we lost three of those 5 losses were by a grand total of like 8 points. So it was a tough year, a subpar year by our standards.
Now, most of the teams, or all of the other teams in the county, Georgetown, Waccamaw, and Carver's Bay, starting this Friday, the 22nd. You start on the 29th.
Yeah, we would prefer not to play week 0 if we don't have to. Sometimes you just don't have a choice. The high school league makes odd number of regions, or you just can't find a game. But we were fortunate to fill our schedule and not start the week 1. We just, it's hard to get ready. And I know it's the same for both teams, but that's just a short amount of time to get ready to play a game. And I don't really like having a week off during the regular season either.
So this is your bye week?
Yeah, it'll be our. Yeah,
so you won't have you won't skip a Friday.
No, we play 10 straight once we start.
And you start with Georgetown.
Yeah, big rivalry game. A lot of excitement. I know they're going to be much improved, and I'm sure it'll be a great game.
Yeah, Georgetown, of course. 3 games last year, and some people might say, "Well, man, only 3 games," but they won 0 games the 3 years before that. So, they are on a rebound. So, what do you think when you head into that game?
Right now we're kind of just focused on us and trying to get better. We'll switch over to start game planning for them next week after our last scrimmage. But we, like I said, they're well coached. Tommy does a great job, and I know they're going to be much improved over the last few years, and we expect to fight.
And then you play Carver's Bay the next week. So you've got 2 in-county games. What is the rivalry for Andrews? Is it Georgetown? Is it Carver's Bay? Is it Waccamaw? Is it another school? What? And when you think of the rivalry for Andrews High, what is it?
Hey, I don't think there's any doubt it's Georgetown.
It is Georgetown.
Definitely Georgetown, but Carver's Bay, Waccamaw, right there. I mean, all those county schools are big rivalries for our kids. They all know each other, and those are all important games for them.
Mm-hmm. You play Andrew Jackson third this year. What do you think about them?
Always a good football team. That was one of those deals where neither one of us were able to find a game for that week, and so we just bit the bullet, and it's a long ride, but it'll be good for our kids to go to a different part of the state and play a different team. But that's going to be a good team. We certainly have a very challenging schedule.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got Waccamaw after Andrew Jackson, Hanahan, Academic Magnet, Woodland, Timberland, Burke, and Philip Simmons this season. Which one of those do you think? Which more than one of those do you think you have the best chances of winning?
Heck, I don't know. Honestly, I know, non-region, they're all going to be dog fights, and when we get in the region, it's going to be the same way. Every Friday night, you better bring your A game or you're going to be in trouble. And like I said, we play a lot of good teams. I think our region's probably the most competitive region in 2A. It's a war every time you go out there, and we just you just got to take them one at a time. You can't get that far, look that far down the road. You just got to focus on who's next, and try to get better and worry about that game, and then you can worry about the next one when you get that one behind you.
Now, the players to watch this year. I mean, who should we keep our eye on this year?
Well, I mean, we've got some really good players, really outstanding players. Chris Stewart is one of the best defensive ends in the state, regardless of classification. Tremendous player, set school records for sacks and tackles for loss last year. AJ Lee is our running back. This will be his third year as our starting back. He's approaching 3,000 yards for his career. After 2 years. Davion McNair, offensive lineman, defensive tackle. Tremendous player. Hard to miss him. He's 6'3", 320 pounds, and can move. And this will be his fourth year as a starter. So I mean, obviously those guys get the headlines, but we've got a ton of other guys. Riley Jordan, this will be his fourth year as a starter. He plays center for us, and Caden Dorsey, is a third year starter, and so we've got a lot of good guys. A lot of really experienced guys and quality football players. Unfortunately, at the same time, we've got a lot of guys that are going to play that haven't played at all. And no matter what they look like in practice and preseason, you don't know how they're going to react till those lights come on Friday night.
Mm-hmm. Now, once the season gets started, what's your message to fans, parents, family, friends, whatever, to get them in the stands? Even though I don't think you have that problem. The stands are usually pretty full here at Andrews High.
Yeah, I mean, we just, we try to put an exciting brand of football on the field, and we just, hope the community comes out and supports. We've got a lot of great kids, and they've worked hard, and they certainly deserve the support. We would love to see those bleachers full every Friday night.
Now, I could ask you this, but unlike the other three coaches in the county, you've been here quite a while. I mean, the other ones are kind of new, so I can't ask them this. You've been here 13 years, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of players go succeed in college and things like that. What does that feel like when you watch somebody that was on your field, on a college field, doing great?
Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. Ultimately, is helping the kids to accomplish their goals and go on. The one thing about it, it's not for everybody. Very few guys get the opportunity to go play at that level, but the ones that do, you hope you've gotten them ready for it, and they go out and have a tremendous amount of success. And we've been fortunate to have some guys that have had a lot of success. And I mean, I've even not here, but I've been able to watch a former player play on Sundays. So that's quite an experience. But that's just kind of what you're always looking for, and what your goal is. Just whatever they go into, you want them to be successful and do whatever we can to help them along the way to be successful down the road.
Getting to the playoffs, of course, is a goal, but championship game. I mean, what's your thoughts?
That's
think
always
it could happen again.
It's always the goal, but that's a long way down the road. Typically, at this level with 2A football, where everybody's kids are playing both ways, the team with the best depth and the team that stays healthy is usually going to be the one that's going to have the best chance to make a deep run in the playoffs. So, we just got to try to get to November as healthy as possible and see what happens.
All right. Well, wrapping up here, I mean, what do you want to say to people as we get ready to kick off the season?
Yeah, I mean, just, hopefully, find somewhere to go watch a game on Friday night. There's nothing like a Friday night, especially in a small town like Andrews or, anywhere else. So just get out there and go support these guys on Friday nights, and I think you'll have a good time.